Sergeant McCullough, Ashley. Um,
Okay, so what you gonna be doing today?
Today I'm gonna show y'all how to do both a twist bun and a soft bun. I'll explain what this is a little later, but I got here with me the essentials. You need a soft hair gel. She's a little raggedy because she's gone through it. A good extra hold hairspray. They're not paying us, so I'm not gonna tell you what brand. Ultra glue, okay. A detangling brush, a medium bristle brush. Don't judge her. She's got me through. A hard bristle brush and a comb. You need floss and you need little hair ties. Make sure they're stretchy, because if they're not stretchy, they're useless. Okay, so first, I like to shower, right? I shower every morning. I make sure my hair's wet. I don't always wash my hair every morning. Sometimes I just condition it because all these products have so much alcohol, they kill your hair. So you want to make sure you're putting hair mats and stuff in your hair. So first I start off with a big glob of hair gel. Probably like this. Around this big, right? And this one, without even like brushing my hair, I kind of just get it like everywhere. Top, bottom, middle, everywhere. And that's where the detangling brush comes in handy, because it doesn't matter if your hair is knotted or not. You just do it all the way back. Right? And then we grab this comb and you just go down the line. Well, when you're in boot camp, you're not allowed to have hair parts. It's kind of one of those things that you earn the longer you are in boot camp. I don't know if you remember that, but
yeah. Can you explain like more to them for like females who want to join boot camp and everything?
So boot camp is 3 months, right? When you first get there, they don't expect you to know how to do your hair. You kind of just learn in the process. But if you do know how to do your hair before you get there, it's a lot like more beneficial for you, because you kind of like get more sleep. I know that sounds kind of messed up because you're not there to sleep, but you can get yourself more sleep, or like you can help guide all the other females in your platoon. It's just one of those things that it's not that serious, but it's that serious.
Yeah.
Like, your hair and your appearance guides you so far in your career. You can have like nothing else going for you, and as long as you look good, you feel good, like it can get you somewhere, if that makes sense. But so boot camp, it's better if you know how to do your hair when you first go. So if you guys see, I have my little bald Mickey Mouse head. I double tie a hair tie like this, because when I do it, I just put it there and then I just squeeze, right? And then I leave it there, I hold it, and then I squeeze. Boot camp is really fun. There's a lot of like horror stories. Everybody has different experiences, and if you don't just wait and see for yourself, then you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. Just gotta go and be ready to have fun. So also, when it's knotted, right, now you squeeze to make sure you don't have any bumps. I do the bottom also, and then I do the side. So I grab just a little, tightening the left side, and then tightening the right side. And then that way it's all flat.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So how long you been in?
I have been in for 8 years.
Okay, and knowing how long you've been in, what is one advice that somebody told you that stuck with you during this day?
As much as you are a leader, you need to also set yourself up, right? Because if you're not somebody that other people can implement, or, if you don't inspire people, how are you really guiding Marines? How are you guiding anybody? That's for like any job. To be a leader, you have to be willing to do the work yourself. And if you aren't, it becomes like you're not setting yourself up for success. And so if you don't set yourself up for success, how can you help others be successful? So to be a leader, you have to be willing to put in the hours, to put in the work, and just always be an example, which is hard sometimes because we get complacent. We don't want to go to the gym. We want to cuddle inside and be on the couch and watch movies all day. And that leads to being lazy instead of leading people. So
And I want to say that you was a great mom, and you also in the military as well, the Marine Corps. So I want to say, how do you manage being in the military and also having a child?
Honestly, I'm still learning. My son is 18 months old, so he's almost 2.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally a year and a half old. I think having good leadership really helps. There's no need to lie. I'm very upfront with my chain of command. I let them know if anything happens with my son, they either tell me take leave or handle the situation and be back in an hour. Of course, your time belongs to the military, but your family is also a priority. Um, just just putting, again, even with your kids, you have to be a good example. You have to be willing to you know get up even though you've only had 2 hours of sleep, and then go back, put them back to sleep, and guide them and lead them. And they're just little people learning, just like Marines are young adults learning to be bigger, greater adults.
So, what advice would you have to somebody who is pregnant and they in the Marine Corps, like this they first time?
Okay, the number one thing is take advantage of all the resources the military has. There are such things like Budget for Baby, done through the Marine Corps Relief Society. They help you do like budgets with the income that you and your spouse may have. There's classes that the hospitals provide where you can they teach you like laboring positions, and they just guide you through things that you don't really know that you're going to go through being pregnant and going through labor and everything. um so use advantage of all the resources. The second thing I would say is just know that you are not alone. Like, vocalize what you need. The Marine Corps is very accommodating to families, super accommodating. Again, mission is super important, but without a positive mental health state, you can't complete the mission. So, just always vocalizing what you may need, um, and just work out for yourself, not even just like physically, but mentally. Go to therapy if you feel like you have postpartum depression. Um, for females who have female friends that are moms, like, reach out. Like, I remember feeling I was so alone, and randomly a friend that doesn't have kids or that does have kids would text me and be like, "Do you need anything?" And it's like, people care about me, because when you're postpartum, you don't really feel like anybody does. You kind of go on leave for like 4 months, and they're like, "Oh, here we go, another female Marine that's just gone for 4 months." But I think we need to change that mentality and kind of realize that we all need one another sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's not afraid to ask for help.
And what benefits do the Marine Corps can give you while, like, for you and your child? What benefits?
Okay, so number one is I literally never have to worry about my son having or needing medical, dental care, because TRICARE has it. Being active duty, we get TRICARE. Spouses get TRICARE. So that's amazing. That they remind me and call me sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, did you want to set up your son's 15-month eval?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, let me set it up." I guess just that easiness that comes with it. There's a center on Lejeune. It's called the New Parent Support Program. They guide you from the very beginning. The very beginning, your baby's a baby. They lead you, and they teach you things that you need to know, how to bathe your babies. It's like, duh, we all know how to bathe babies, but we really don't.
Yeah.
They have belly buttons that can't be wet, and it's like, what? So they teach you everything, literally everything that you need to know. There's resources that help set up, like, pretty much for your child to be rich. Like life. What is it called? Life insurance. Like, my son has life insurance and everything. So all these things help set them up for success. It may not feel like it for now, but that's what sets them up, is all the resources. So being able to easily have them on base, or people to guide you that are on base where to go for off base. Yeah, it's a very knowledgeable community, the Marine Corps.
What have you learned while being a parent? My bad, I stutter.
Don't we all? I would say patience.
Mm-hmm.
Patience. You would think as you go through the ranks like of NCO that maybe leading junior Marines, but I think having to understand somebody that does not speak any language
Mm-hmm.
is very difficult. Once you do all this, get some hairspray. But then you grab this and you go all the way back. Yeah, having to understand somebody that doesn't speak any kind of language, zero sense of communication, zero communication skills. Going down the list, okay, well, did I change his diaper? Well, did I feed him? Is his back itchy? Like it's literally a guessing game. You have to try and figure out what's wrong with somebody that can't tell you what's wrong with them. So I think just that patience, communication, understanding that they're little human beings. Sometimes I don't want to take a nap. Sometimes I want to take a nap. And that's me and as adult. So even though we want to set a kid on a schedule, it's kind of like, do you even follow a schedule? And it goes back to being an example, or, being able to understand that everybody's going through different circumstances in life.
So what was your first thought when you first found out,
that I was pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was excited. Yeah, I was very excited. My husband is someone that wanted, we had talked about it before. If I ever took a pregnancy test, he wanted to be in the room, not like a surprise thing. So it was kind of like, oh, I think I need to take a pregnancy test. I remember being at Target. We went for like regular household stuff. And then that's when I was like, maybe we should get one. He was like, why? And I was like, I feel like I might be pregnant. And then so we went, and I think we literally went home and didn't even put anything away. We just took the pregnancy test, and it was pregnant, and we just like took a little moment in the bathroom to celebrate.
Okay, then.
So this is it. This is what we have. When you're boot camp, this is what it'll look like. Straight back. When you get more into third phase, I believe, third or fourth phase, because now there's 4 phases. That's when you can start putting parts in your hair, because you became a Marine and you earned being able to put a part in your hair.
Speaking of drill instructor, so I know that you want to do as drill instructor for SDA. What made you choose to be want to go to the drill instructor route?
I think my drill instructors, they were very like, they belonged on a billboard, like in the recruiter's office, with their little blues on. It's just like they were like perfect. They were literally the image of the Marine Corps. They made me want to drill. They made me want to be great. They made me want to look good. They made me not want to have flyaways in my hair. They made me want to smell good. They made me want to sit up straight. They made me want to feel good, look good. So I think I just want to be able to be that to future female, well, not future females, but future female Marines,
Yeah.
I want to build confidence in them and help them in ways that maybe they couldn't before thinking about joining the Marine Corps.
What is one advice can you give to females that want to join the Marine Corps, or even like the military in general?
I think just don't underestimate yourself. You are so capable of anything that you put your mind to. If you start telling yourself like, oh, maybe I shouldn't because I don't really run that fast. I can't even run for a minute. I promise you, as soon as you step foot on that island in boot camp, you're going to be running like 5 miles easy. And not even because you're being told to, but because you realize like, I'm here now. Like, let me do it. Like, just set yourself up for the challenge. Even if you already run 5 miles easy, there's something challenging in boot camp that you are not used to that will make you realize you're more than capable of doing what you want.
Yeah, that's for real. So, what is something that you had to that you learned during boot camp? Like, what is something that you learned?
Discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline, I will say, is the number one thing. You don't really understand discipline until you're forced to be disciplined. Um, Discipline means, like, sometimes my gunny will call me at, let's say, 3 or 4 in the morning, and they're
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, we need to do this for breakfast. Be there," and you have to do it,
Yeah.
right? But why can't you give that to yourself? Why
Mm-hmm.
can't you? Oh, tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up at 4:30 and go to the gym. But you can do it when somebody else needs you to.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, self-respect for yourself um, is what I was taught. Like, well, if I did it yesterday when they told me to do it, why can't I do something for myself? So I think just understanding discipline has really taught me, like, self-love and what I need to do, what I can do to set myself up and now my family up for success, and not just wake up and be okay with working at a bare minimum job, etc.
What do you do for self-care? Like, when you feeling low, when you feel like that, you know, depressed and stuff?
Honestly, sometimes just take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
I think once you, like, kind of like feel it all get off of you, you feel better, Or if you, sometimes I go for a walk with my son and he enjoys it so much that we don't, like, really talk. So it's not as overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds kind of messed up, but sometimes being inside in the house gets even more depressing, even more sad, even more overwhelming because a child is stuck in, like, a cage. So if you go outside, breathe some fresh air, take a shower, that's me personally, because I feel like I don't really have the time to maybe go get my nails done or go get my hair done and, be away from my son. So I include my son. We go for a walk, mellow down, and it really helps.
Okay, then. So, we about to get a view of your hair.
Okay. I got
Okay.
any flyaways?
Mm-mm, no
Okay, okay.
flyaways.
My head looking big.
Everybody, this is Sergeant McCollin. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me on your YouTube channel.
No problem.
Bye.